Hey everybody. Okay, so I really, in case you didn't notice, I'm in love with these watercolor pencils from Arteza. So I just keep playing around with them and doing all of these scenes, these background scenes, and I'm just having a good time. So I want to show you guys what I made, and hopefully we'll have time to make a quick card here. So you guys already saw, this one, the sailboat one. This one was the beach scene that I had colored out with the other pencils, and what I added here was these little accessories. This is called Sandcastle and Accessories, and I added the fence, which is this fence here, and colored it in, and then I added a little sandcastle, bucket, pail, and then some more little beams over here. So just playing around with it. I mean, these little accessories for this beach set is super cute. And then... Okay, so yeah, it's called Beach Scene, Beach Fences, and Sandcastle and Accessories in case you're looking those up on their website. Then I did the beach scene again, and I added these horses, which are part of the brand new release. So my sister every year goes to, I believe it's called Assateague Island, which is where these horses run wild. It's pretty, or what is it? Chincoteague, maybe? I don't know what the name of it is. But it's where my sister goes every year, and she goes, on her vacation. There's always these horses running around. So I thought this is so cute. And I used the larger set of horses. So on this horse set, you actually get 4 stamps. You get the grass, which is going to be great for any scene that you're making. You get the larger horses, the medium horses, and the really small horses. So I wanted to play more around with these. And I have two things. So I have this barn, and I thought, okay, this barn would look super cute. And then if I put these really, really small horses like off in the background, I thought that would look neat. So I might try that. But I wanted to use the barn and put this horse in the front. So kind of masking him off way in the front here and putting the barn in the background. So let's try to see if we can do that. This is called Standing Horse, and this is called Barn and Silo. So first thing we need to do is stamp our horse, and I'm using generic watercolor paper here that is just cut down. It is super smooth. I don't know what brand it is. It's whatever generic brand I had. So I kind of want my horse way in the front here. And all right, I guess we should use the Misty. That would be the right thing to do, right? If you guys are getting tired of me using these color pencils, tell me, but I just think they come out so lovely. I'm sorry. All right, how am I going to stamp this off here? We might have to go to something bigger here. Hold on. Let's try this again. Let's get out our Tim Holtz. Just because I'm going to be stamping this off of the edge of the paper here. Yeah, I just really want the top of the horse. And I'm actually going to stamp him in some acorn. And I know my videos the last couple days have been uploading upside down. Hopefully I fixed that. I did find a way to rotate them in YouTube, although YouTube removed that feature. I had to find another way to rotate them. So hopefully this one does not come upside down. It just takes me a day or two to get it rotated back the way it's supposed to go. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. I'm going to leave that alone. what I like about these is they put it right back on the backing. And that's done for that one. And actually, I do need a little mask. So let me grab some Post-it paper. Actually, I have masking paper right in front of me. Thank you, everybody, for all of your kind comments to Leah and her video. She loves making videos for you guys. She's so stinking cute. Alright, so the reason we need to mask this off is because we're going to put the barn behind the horse. So we need to make sure that we mask him off so he doesn't get inked. And this is just Inka-Dinka-Doo masking paper. So while you guys are watching this, I want to know, what are some things you do while you are doing your hobbies? So like while you are, you know, card making or scrapbooking. I know some of you guys color in stamped images while you are watching TV. I know a lot of us, myself included, I snack on candy, and it's usually gummies or Werthers have been my addiction lately. I have been like having a bag of Werthers. I sound like a grandma. I have a couple Werthers in my purse. I take them to work now. I have a little bag next to me. So Werthers or gummies have been my latest snack obsession. I also, you know, I always have a drink, and then I've been listening to country music a lot lately. I don't know. It just makes me feel good. Makes me very creative when I get to listen to my country music. So I want to know from you guys. Comment down below, what is something you guys do when you are being creative? Okay, so now we have that masked off. So now we want to stamp out our barn scene. And I want this kind of back further, so I'm going to raise it up so that it's not real close. We want the barn to look like it's just back off in the background, right? I'm going to use the Mini Misty for this one. I take our foam piece out because this is a red rubber stamp. Ugh. I must snap my fingers there. Okay. I'm just hoping it doesn't stamp crooked. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty straight. And then for the barn, I am going to stamp that in gray. I don't want to do black. I think black will be too harsh. So we're going to use VersaFine Clair in Morning Mist. And I like these inks, again, because they're waterproof, so they make it really easy to color with these color pencils. Ooh, I got fan mail today. I'll show you guys that real quick. All right, so see here around the horse, it didn't ink real well. We just need to go back in again and just really press down above that area. There we go. A little bit more right above his ears. would say that is pretty good. And then once we remove our mask, now it looks like the horse is in front of the barn. Yippee. And then I'm going to save the mask because this mask is still pretty good. I save it with my stamped package. And actually, I'm going to move it over here just so I can see the coloring. Okay, so actually first thing I'm going to do is, I think, color the barn. Again, I'm using the Arteza watercolor pencils. If you have not got your hands on these, I will put a link down below for you. It is an affiliate link. There is no charge to you, but it lets Arteza know that you guys learned about the pencils from me, and it gets me a little bit of credit, and then they send me more stuff to show you guys, and I'm trying to get the new markers that they have. All right. Actually, I already have the browns out. I'm going to start with... Let's start with the horse. So this one's called Burnt Ochre. I'll try to tell you guys the names of the colors if I can remember. I'm not very good at doing that. And all I do with these color pencils is I just color in like a normal coloring. Like, I don't do anything special here. Just like if I were doing with regular color pencils. So this being the lightest color, I'm going to put this one down first. I'm going to go in with a little bit darker brown. This is Cocoa. And anywhere I see shading by the artist, again, they do such a good job at Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, at their artistry, that it's already drawn in there for you. So, and really, I'm just looking at the packaging here and following their suggestions for color here. Okay, so making his mane a little darker brown. And then this is the darkest brown. This is called Dark Chocolate. Ooh, Cocoa Dark Chocolate. Now I want a piece of chocolate. So for this, I'm really sprinkling this in along the edges here for darker areas. I don't have the rest of his body, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Now you can take your watercolor pencil and start, or watercolor brush pen, or regular brush and water if you wanted to. I'm using this water brush. You can use any water brush you have. For this one, you got to squeeze it a little bit. Actually, I might go to the Tim Holtz Fine Tip one. And all I'm doing is just getting a little water on the brush. That saturates down into the paper. And then as soon as it touches the pigment of those pencils, they just turn super creamy and instant watercolor. And I'm trying to do all of my lightest areas first. And then I'll go over the darkest areas and pull the darker colors out. looks pretty good. Okay, so I'll move on to the barn now. And we have those traditional barn colors, which I like. Let's see here. Carmine red. Okay, so crimson is regular bright red. I'm just going to put a light layer of that down. And then I'm going to take the darker red, which is carmine red, and do, again, the dark shadow areas. Okay. Then we're going to go in with our watercolor pen, brush pen. And just going to get those colors wet, and they turn into liquid watercolor. It really is that easy, guys. The artwork and the pencils do all the work. Now for this one, I'm dragging the color from the darker areas into the lighter areas. And then once you're done, you just kind of scribble your brush off on the side there. Okay, now we have the silo, which is kind of a grayish color. Smoke. This one's called Elephant Gray, so a little darker gray. I'm just going to do on this inside edge here. I'm going to carry this gray into the roof. It's a warm gray. And then a darker gray pewter. And of course, you don't have to activate the watercolor in this. You can leave this the way it is with the color pencils if you don't want to use watercolor right now. And again, for this one, I'm going to drag from the darkest areas over to the lightest areas. Now, if you don't feel like you have enough pencil down, give it a few to dry and then go back in and add more color. You can always add more color. And if you want to take color away, you just keep going over it with your water brush and it will start to lift some of that color away. Okay, now we want to get some rolling green hills here. This is called Pear, which is a nice light green. And then this is called Basil, which is a little bit darker green. I'm going to do these two trees. Cocoa for our tree. And I'm going to take a little bit of this darker green, just throw it in a couple random places here. And again, those of you that are new to my channel, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you click the subscribe button that comes up at the end and the bell, you'll get a notification of when I post new videos. If you don't like watching all of this, I don't blame you. You can tap the right side of the screen 2 times with your finger. And it will fast forward 10 seconds. And if you miss something, you can tap the screen on the left 2 times and it will rewind 10 seconds. So, you know, I know sometimes people like to see every step of the coloring and some people just want to get to the end. That's fine, whatever you guys want to do. And again, I will link for you guys the affiliate link for these Arteza pencils. I am just in love with them. I have been obsessing and using them on everything lately. And I just love how they blend and they're just so creamy and the colors are just so bright. It really has made card making fun for me in the last 2 weeks. I feel like a real artist, which I am not. Okay, and then we have some flowers over here. In the picture, they're purple, so I guess we can go with purple. I don't know what kind of flowers are that big. Ooh, maybe irises. That green was called matcha, like matcha tea, which I've never had, only heard of it. And then we do have a little bit of a fence there. Let's take some dark chocolate to this fence. And I don't think we need to blend that out. I think we're just going to leave that alone. I think think that looks pretty good. So then the only thing left to do is, like I said, let it dry. If you wanted to add a blue sky, you can do that. I'm going to cheat. I'm using this cloud stencil from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. I do have some blue ink here somewhere. Here we go. Take my little blender brush from Five Below, tap it off. And slide it over slightly. Okay, we are done with our horse and barn scene. What do you guys think? So we masked off the horse, and then we colored in the barn, and then we just added the cloud. So now all we have to do is mount this, and we have a really cute card to send off to somebody. It's a very masculine card, or somebody who's just into horses, or somebody who's into country music. Just a cute card. So there we go. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. Again, the stamps I used were the barn and silo stamp from Blue Night Rubber Stamps, and the standing horse from Blue Night Rubber Stamps, and of course the other stamps that they have. And this is the stencil, the cloud stencil from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. You should be able to find everything online, and I will link them for you. And then also the Arteza watercolor pencils, which, again, I just love how easy it is to color that image, make it look watercolored. And again, the stamp and the pencils did all the work for me, and I really, really like it. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you like this video, I appreciate your thumbs up, and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.